Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Geeks and Degenerates. Today we're not really doing a rom-com, we're doing a romantic drama, I would say. And John was cranky for some reason, I don't know. He seemed fine earlier.
You piece of fucking shit. You're a piece of shit, you know that?
Why?
Like,
Did this movie give you the feels?
man, dude. Like by the end of I was watching this movie, I was going like, cause like my brother's he works behind me, so I'm going like this. I was like, the entire time I'm just wiping my eyes, and there's like snot rolling down my nose, but I'm like, don't step up, he's gonna hear you.
But yes, we
Fuck,
are.
man, fuck you.
We are doing Hintayan ng Langit or Heaven's Waiting, and the stars.
Can you say that again?
Hintayan ng Langit. I'm trying my best, John. Shut up.
No. I'm glad.
Alright. I'm trying.
Sorry, I'm bad.
How could you know? But yeah, it stars the late great Eddie Garcia and Gina Pareño. And
Pareño.
it's about her character, Aling Lisang, is listed in purgatory. She's waiting to go to heaven to see her husband. And she's almost there. The only problem is her ex-boyfriend shows up. And complications arise from that.
But we do get a little bit of her character right off the bat, where she is the very sungit lola, the very rude to the staff members. You can tell, wasn't the joke of Manalo where he was like, "Oh, sinakal ka ba ng maid mo habang natutulog ka?" I was like,
I can see that.
yeah, I can see that too. I mean, we all know. What I love about this is that like these are old people.
Yeah.
Not for sure the actors aren't like this, but like who they're portraying, we know these old people.
Yeah.
They're very masungit, but very nice to like say the kids, you know.
Yeah.
But the very cranky old person
To
and the very
teenagers. It's like you step on the grass, you're like, I'm sorry, Lola, I'm sorry. Leave me alone.
get off me, Lord, get. But like yeah, we also have Eddie Garcia's character Minalo, and the man is just like you could tell like he was a playboy back in the day kind of deal. You know, the old man was very charismatic even for his age. The man can like keep up a conversation. He doesn't ramble or anything like that. You know, the man is like still okay up there.
Yeah. And like, this movie presents a very interesting take on the afterlife, I would say. Like,
Yeah.
like every time they explain the rules, I'm like, is that, wow, I never thought of it that way. Like,
I mean, yeah.
seeing
Sorry,
everybody
keep going.
there, like the when you see the students, you're like, I don't know why they're here, and then he tells you like, oh no.
But dude, like, yeah, it is like very jarring to see. Like, yeah, I get the start of it. I was kind of lost because I really thought this, like, the start, like the plot of this movie is that Gina Pareño is the like a wife, and Eddie Garcia is like a husband who passed away. No, this is all in purgatory. There's nothing in the real world. Well, a couple of like flashbacks, but other than that, they're all dead. Everybody in this movie is dead. All right, just leaving it all at that. Like the kids you see in the hallway, they're dead.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is kind of heavy right off the bat. Like, sure, I get it that she was yelling at them, like, I knew, like, you know, you guys are too noisy and shit like that. But knowing the fact that there is a hallway filled with children taken before their time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I think
There's also a quote here where it was a little bit whoa.
Yeah.
You know, I'll explain.
I think I know where
later.
you're going later. But like, I think this came out like after a year after that bus accident, like when a bus slammed into an electric pole.
So
Yeah.
were they them?
I don't know. It could be any
Maybe.
field trip students, but the circumstances like field trip students bus, it's a bit too fresh.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the
that time,
character
yeah, it's like,
and yeah, and Lisa was going like, "Dito field trip, tapos na." Whoa! I was like, "Oh."
like they're not ready for that, Lala.
Yeah. Sorry for the Western viewers. I pretty much just said like, "This isn't a field trip anymore. It's done." So saying that it's done is kind of like you died.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
I like how they have like an alcohol anonymous with like they're like you are dead, you're not dreaming. They just
Oh yeah,
come to grips with
and
it.
they're yeah, and of course, I do like it that we do get to see like people who are not yet prepared to know that oh shit, you died without you knowing.
Yeah,
Sorry, bud. And he's like, no, no, get your hands off me and shit. I'm like, all right, yeah, it is understandable. It is understandable scene. There's a character here who was like, ooh, bitch, you're being really inconsiderate to the people in the room, huh? I'm talking about that like, oh, God is good.
God is good.
God is
She was saying like, did you die alone with no one to care for you? And then when you find out later that, oh, you're so much in debt that they couldn't even pay for your funeral, and they inherited your debt. You're like, oh, good job, lady.
yeah. So like, doesn't matter if you're so in tune with God or something like that. You still an asshole, lady. Not the actress, the character. But like, but yeah, you could see like, oh, thank the Lord. God is good. I asked him to take this problem away, which is her death.
Hmm.
And everybody's just looking at him like, bitch, I get it that you like to die and want to get away from the problems, but we didn't.
Right?
And she's like, oh, I'm so happy all of you are here. Bitch! Well, I'm glad that everybody was like, you know what? We're dead. What are we gonna do? Kill her?
Yeah. Kill her twice. Um, and then you hear Manalo's backstory where he suffered stroke. There's like a second stroke. Because according to Aling Misang, like he had a first stroke and then went on to drink alcohol and eat all them nice fatty foods and then had a second stroke. And that's about it. Like, oh, sorry, man.
Yeah, but we do get the scene where he's like, how did you know that?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, whoa.
And I'm like, wait, how
He's
did you
right.
know that?
How did you know that? You guys knew each other before?
Yeah. And then they give these keys that like you get to experience every pleasure you miss from the real world. I mean, Earth. I'm like,
Shit, I can't wait. Now I can't wait for Purgatory for my turn to like, because it'll just be cars. Like all the cars I wanted. It was like all I like. I don't know. Hopefully it's like that.
it's like makes you wonder like if those are the pleasures experiencing here, what the fuck is in heaven then?
No, but I mean, I feel like it's kind of like the whole coping mechanism, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're not ready for heaven yet, but we'll give you a taste of heaven, so you know, hey, this amazing thing is waiting for me. All I need to do is let go, you know. And I was like, I see why. I see why they do it, you know.
And they meet like a couple other characters. Like there's the mayor, and then there's like some guy. I forgot what the guy with the beard does.
I love the. I also forgot what the guy does. All I remember is that his wife is waiting for him. Also,
Yeah.
some of his friends. The lady who played the politician. I was like,
Like
this is a risky writing right here.
how did you die exactly?
And they were like, oh, it'll take her 1 year for her to get to heaven. And she was like, oh, right, you're in politics. I was like, and she was like, love, 1 year ain't enough. I'm like, damn, rock on. I was like, rock on.
I love
Yeah.
it too much. Uh,
I
I felt bad for the younger guy who was like obviously not ready to go either. I'm like, damn, you're like 20.
Yeah, or probably like early 30s. Like, yeah, he has his kids, and it kind of made him upset because hearing from him, his kids were laughing while in front of his coffin.
Mhm.
Well, that would mean that they're still kids. Like they probably weren't ready to see their dad go away. So this is like their only way of like, oh, we don't know what a funeral is,
Yeah.
you know.
They
And
don't have the time to grasp it. Like, fuck.
yeah, and I will put up. I will give props again to the amazing writing to on this movie because he doesn't explain that. Oh, his kids are still kids, or like you know, they put in little bits of like clues, like oh, this is what my life was like, but without giving us an entire paragraph of their life story.
Yeah.
And it was is beautifully done. And I say like everybody kind of got their piece. Like you get to see, oh, what would happen if somebody who didn't want to die yet
Yeah.
died, or somebody who was so ready to die died, or somebody who just wanted to get away from everything dies, or anybody who wanted to die. you know,
And then it gets a really
or not.
interesting perspective shift when Aling Lisa's like, yeah, they grieve for a while, and then eventually you see them let go. And the only one who hasn't moved on is you. And then that's the first hook the movie gave. I'm like, shit, I didn't expect that.
Right? Right? And I was like, damn, good way to like lighten the mood in the party, lady. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I was grabbing my chest. I was like,
Yeah,
Lola, I still remember you. I love you.
it's like a damn. It makes you think. That's why the first time we watched this movie, I just kept pausing to think like, fucking shit.
Right? At some point, you're like, shit. Fuck. She has a point. Yeah, I mean, like that. Well, this is the whole thing with like the polar opposites between a movie like Coco and this movie, Heaven's Waiting, which is the English version for this movie. That everybody has to stick onto you. You have to remember that they remember you. You have to know that they remember you. That's how you stay in heaven, or you die.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's just the thought of they don't remember me anymore, or they don't think of me anymore.
Yeah.
Like I was a big deal in their life, but now they don't know me, and that's like your own personal kind of hell.
Yeah. It's like I might as well
You know?
be in the basement at this point. Cause
Yeah, I say polar opposites. Yeah, I say polar opposites, but not really. But I mean, like, you know what I mean, the difference between them.
Yeah, well, Coco is like you just disappear and you fade and from reality. Where here, you just have to live with it. Like, I guess I didn't make enough of an impact, and that's kind of worse. Like fucking shit. But yeah, you
And
also
I love that quote from the politician where it's not leaving a mark on the world; it's how big the void you leave. And I was like, shit. I'm like, damn, for this corrupt person to talk like this. Damn,
damn.
that's good. That's really good. Again, props to the writing.
Yeah, it's like top tier writing, and like you do eventually find out the whole deal between Aling Lisang and Manolo, where it's like he came back to her after 2 years on a boat, and then he expected her to wait, and then she ends up with this other guy.
A year and
That's
a half.
a year and a half for her. I mean, to be fair, that's like in the 70s or 80s, and like there's no cell phone. You can't be like, "Hi, I'm only a while," or "I'm here to check up on you." All you have is letters.
Right. And like who knows? He could be lying. You know, the character of Eddie Garcia and Manalo admits that yeah, he was a ladies' man. He has cheated on his wife a couple of times, and uh, like I will get why he would like look like he was lying. Like I didn't get your letters. I'm sorry. I was like, you probably did. There might have been, I don't know. Again, it's left open ended. We don't know their backstory like fully. We just get glimpses of it, and we just have to accept those stories. And kind of like we're in the shoes of Lisa. Like,
Yeah.
is he lying to me? Is he not? I don't know.
And if he really wanted to have Lisa, he should have given her a time, not just a location to wait. Because she waits from dusk till dawn. And he just arrives like 11 a.m. Like, what the fuck?
I'll give Lisa this. Like, yeah, Manala, you idiot. You could have given her a specific time. You just told her to meet you at the docks. How long was she supposed to wait at the docks? Idiot. But like
Pregnant woman
before
waiting
that,
there forever, like, that's not suspicious. Or that's not weird.
right? I will say, like, did the set remind you of a more joyful kind of? I would say the Loki set and a mix of The Shining. No, I mean, you know, the office of
Yeah.
the, you know, yeah.
Oh, wow,
It
I
kind
don't
of
know if
reminded
you
me of
mentioned
it,
it. Yeah.
right? Like them using old technology, the whole retro style thing, and it is
Seeing
like
their lives.
yeah, and it's like an out of this universe kind of place. Like this is actually legit a cool set, and I hope they expand on this a little bit more. We get like a Blade Runner s where people who actually break the wall, then we have guys who hunt them down.
Man, that'd be cool to see. But yeah, and then they have this argument, this fight. I think one of the heaviest things in this movie that says that when she asks Manolo, did you cheat on your wife? Many times. Did you want to leave? No.
Never.
And then
And when, yeah,
reverse to her, it's like, uh, did you cheat on your husband? No. Did you want to leave? Many times. Rick, fuck. This movie's pretty good.
right, right. And there is a great line to love, and it hits so hard. Like
Yeah.
shit, they would have been a good thing. Yeah, he would have felt like, oh, the regret of leaving her for a couple of for this long amount of time, that another dude came in and gave her baby, and like, yeah, he would be staring that baby down straight up like shit. She loved another guy while I was gone.
Yeah.
But on the other side is that they would have been great together. Like you could see that the love is still there. Like no matter if they're 80 or 70, he was 71. She was probably like 60 something. I don't know, but like he was still there. And it was such a beautiful scene, seeing them argue, and seeing the tape of like their like what they were.
Yeah.
And I finally got it that she was actually watching and she was readying herself to meet Menalo.
Yeah. She
And
didn't want to feel like she left him again or didn't wait for him again.
yeah, and she was readying herself. Like at the start of the movie, she was watching these two young couple. You didn't notice that it's them.
Right?
And I was like, that was the only time when I got it. I was like, ah, shit. It was by the end of the movie. I was like, damn, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, halfway along, Lee Sung finds out that she's out of the wait list and now she's one of the ones ready to go. Because there's 32 more souls coming, including a few extrajudicial killings from
Yeah.
Balkan. I'm like, whoo, fucking shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, wow! Oh my god! Natokhang eh. I was like, fuck! Oh
Right?
shit!
I watched this
So,
a year when it came out, was 2018. So we were still fresh with those cases. I'm like, wow, I need a break from this movie.
yeah, okay. If to any of the foreigners who don't know, yeah, we had a little bit of a problem with somebody with a gun and killing a lot of drug users, not drug dealers.
Hmm.
Which was, I get it, but no, not right. Still not right. No.
Yeah, you're. Fuck, that was a scary time back then, and the fact that this movie came out during that scary time, I'm like, man, you are brave.
Yeah, well, because one week would have gotten accused for having drugs or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was kind of scared to go out.
But yeah, and you get the sense that she doesn't want to go to heaven just yet. She wants to rekindle this relationship.
Yeah.
And then she also gives Manolo directions to her former room with a hole in it. And he figures out that's his connection to back to the Earth, where his daughter is. And like, the first time I watched it, I wasn't ready for the scene. Because my god, man, it really hit me.
Right. And if you noticed that, that what was the name of the dude? The guy who gives them the rooms,
I think it was just the enforcer.
the enforcer. He does the same thing. Like we didn't notice it. Oh, we thought like, oh, somebody went crazy and busted a hole in his room. No, that was his escape for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like now that you like piece it together, like, oh, he wanted to get out. He wanted to see Earth one more time or something
Yeah.
before he leaves. I was like, shit, this is
that's
so
why-
heavy.
He's just staying there for a long while to the point that he's one of the staff members. Like, fuck, shit. Alright.
Right? He can't let go yet. And a lot of the staff members here are, and I love seeing the like the station that you see a mix religions, mixed race, or like they're just being people, not hating on each other. I was like, once it goes down to it, once you die, they don't matter.
Yeah.
You could be a nun could be talking to a Muslim woman. It was like, yeah, it doesn't
it's a
matter.
very interesting way to present the afterlife. Like, if I were to die, maybe I would like it to be like that for a bit.
Was this station 93 quarters?
Yeah. I was like, oh, you have to wait for him. I'm like, I can live with that.
Yeah.
Though I
And
might go insane with like watching my own videos of my life. I'm like, I should have done better.
right. I mean, like, okay, if you're not much of a movie goer and you get to see this movie and like, oh, the story is about two old people who died, and as you walk through it, like, yeah, it's just a story about two old people. Why would I want to watch this? It's a fucking beautiful goddamn story. I'll tell you.
And I think
Fucking shit.
the most beautiful scene is that father-daughter scene when she's like talking to him in heaven, but she's right next to him. Both of their reactions are very genuine, and like he kisses on her on the forehead. I think the line that got to me the most was, "You went without saying goodbye." It's like, fuck, stop it.
Yeah, you left us, but she did say like as if I would let you go,
Without a
and I was
line.
like, yeah, I was like, fuck, yeah, that shit hit hard, but that wasn't this. It was that scene made me choke up. I was like, shit, fuck, okay, this is sorry. That's my like, that's like my turrets kind of deal. Like, shit, fuck, um,
Coping
but like,
mechanism.
yeah, and we get to the scene where, fuck, I'm tearing up. Shit, fuck. You see, like Lisa, like packing her things and saying, like, "Oh, ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to go? It's about to leave. They're only waiting on you." And he puts on the music, and this was the thing with them that they never slow dance together, or what did they call it?
Sumayang on sweet. That's what I heard.
Yeah, some sweet, like dancing like sweet, like close to each other, chest to chest or something like that. I don't know. Um, and they never did that because one, her father wouldn't allow it,
Hmm.
and now, 50 years later, they were able to fucking finally do it, and I was like, "Oh Lord!" And then they're talking, reminiscing. This is the scene where I was like, my brothers are behind me. I was like, hold it in. I was like going like this. I was like, hold it in, hold it in. Then I was like, because it was a beautiful thing. Because she was gonna go. She even called her husband up in heaven, and she was like, "I'm ready to go." But there were like unfulfilled promises, with her and Minata. I was like, oh, God. I really thought this was gonna be a bittersweet ending. Like Minalo's gonna stay, she goes,
Yeah.
and I really thought that was the case. Like, oh shit, that's it. Like, this is the only sweet moment that they're gonna have left. And once they get to heaven, it doesn't matter anymore because he's gonna be with his wife and she's gonna be with her husband. Yeah, they were married, by the way, and they had grandchildren, and there was a whole deal. Like, they were happy nonetheless. Again, it is a very gray story. They could have been, but with the choices that they made or what the circumstances that happened to them, they still ended up happy.
Yeah.
But
And you get the sense that both of them didn't have, the happiest of marriages, even though they had the fulfilling lives. Like he used to have dinner with his daughter every day. Like the fact is that I cheated multiple times. Like I'm sure that's not without your wife wanting to kill you.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, and like the what's beautiful about this scene is that Lisa confessed that the reason why she stayed, the reason why she keeps a bad rap in purgatory. If you keep a bad rap, by the way, and the rules are you stay longer if you behave badly or you scream at the staff or something like that, or you're losing your goddamn mind that you're dead. It shows that you're not ready to go yet to heaven, and she delayed it on purpose just to wait on Minalo because she knows he was coming.
And he was waiting
And
after his first heart attack or stroke,
yeah,
and then
where he thought it was his wife, but it was actually her.
yeah, and then he wanted to stay a bit, and she waited 2 more years just to see him again. Like, why is this movie so heavy? I thought it was some cheesy B movie material.
Right? That's what I thought as well. And I was like, shit. And then we see the moment where they're dancing together and it's slow, and you could see that the movie's about to end. And it was like, shit. time is ticking. People are coming and they're like gonna take her away. And yeah, she fulfilled her promise of waiting, like she was supposed to back in the day. And now Manalo kept his promise to take her away, like run away with her
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, just like back in the day. But sadly, that was not fulfilled back then. But now here, he finally does it.
Yeah.
And they bust a wall in their own room, and they're haunting many planes by now.
Probably. But yeah, again, this is a very interesting take on what traditionally we've been indoctrinated of the usual Judeo-Christian view of heaven and hell, and then from our school, there's like there is no purgatory. You just go one or the other. If you if you reach certain requirements, like oh cool, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Though a lot of times I'm like, what is the thing that if being so good, they're like, all right, you're not waitlisted anymore. What are you so bad that they're like, you're going straight to hell? What are the
Yeah,
rules
that's
to get
what
you?
that's what I was thinking. Is like, if you're really bad, like say you killed like probably 20 innocent people for joy, is it just an instant no wait list? Just woo? Maybe that's it.
The
Maybe
fact
that's
that
the rules there.
you have a briefing with a enforcer, like, how does this work? How does this work?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you killed 600 people in your lifetime. What's the limit again? Like, whoa.
Right? What's the limit? One. I think it will be it. Unless it's for a cause, I don't know.
Unless you're a soldier or some thing of that sort, like, oh, okay, then it's kind of justified. I don't know.
Yeah, it just has to outweigh the odds, you know. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but I tend to leave the movie at that, like suspension of disbelief. Hey, probably they don't have a hell. It's just they leave people here for a long time and see if they move on and or become a staff. I really felt bad. I really felt bad for the guardian of Lisa. Though. She had to put up with this bitchy old woman for like 2 years because this lady was waiting for her love. Poor
She's
lady.
like, when can I not do waitlisted fucking shit?
Right? I don't know what baggage she has left, but
But yeah, ultimately, what would you rate this movie?
fuck, man. This okay. This movie is an hour and 30 minutes. You don't get a lot, and I think the time span between the whole movie, not between, sorry, this entire movie, is just 2 days
Mm-hmm.
of 2 days of people trying to fix things before they go. And it was a very short but sweet kind of movie, and it surprised me on how much this director did, and the writers did with this short amount of time. And I will give this one a straight up 10. Dude, I have no problems with this movie.
Nah, I agree with you. I'm about to agree with you.
All right, cool. Because like I really can't find any problems with this movie. There's no bad acting. Sure, like there are things here that we don't really say, but like it's the style of the movie, and I like it. I love the set designs. I love the concept of this purgatory world that we don't know about, and the rules that these people can break or they have to abide by. It's an amazing story. It's even if it is short, and it's about two old people. Like, how do you get people interested about two old people? This is how you do it. And make them cry at the end. This movie made me cry, so yeah, it gives it a 10 out of 10. You know, it gets a 10 out of 10. But other than that, like, I don't know, man. This movie's just fucking great. It deserves that award they got.
Yeah, as I said, I agree with you. This is a 10 out of 10. I think it's the first 10 out of 10 in the entire Valentine's Day run.
Yep,
It's
because majority of them were like 8s and 7s and
Yeah.
6s.
And now this finally hits the mark because, as you said, the writing is just so top tier and the directing is top tier. And of course, you expect nothing less from Eddie Garcia and Gina Pareño. And like, I was going into like this is some stupid B movie that's for comedy's sake. And then you get hit with all these haymakers like fucking shit. I don't expect emotions.
I am so okay. as much as I want to support the film industry, and you can by watching it on Netflix.
Yeah.
By the way, it's available on Netflix in our region.
Mm.
Like if I watch this in the cinema, I'll be like, how do I wipe these tears before the lights turn on?
But yeah, it really is a movie with some of the best actors and possibly the greatest actor the Philippine film industry has ever seen in Andy Garcia. And it's a once in a lifetime movie. And seeing it on Netflix, seeing these actors at their uh, peak peak performances, it's just a privilege to see. And that's why I love this movie so much.
Yeah.
But
Again,
yeah,
props to Eddie Garcia. Like,
yeah,
dude was 80 plus, late 80s, by the way, and he did this movie.
yeah. And he still had this, swag and style of a young man. Like, damn, he can pull it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, but man can still steal your girl, even going through arthritis.
Ah, damn it. But yeah, that's been our video on Heaven's Waiting. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What are your thoughts on the afterlife? I don't know. I know what.
If you don't like it, what's your problem? No, I'm kidding.
But you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/geeks and degenerates. We react to trailers. We stream video games. We have a Discord community, and in the Discord community, we hang out with some people for Dead by Daylight. If you like that game, if you like to see us, well, not to see our faces, but hear us scream incoherently from time to time, check out the video. It's linked down below. Individually, you can find me at Gandalfus1995 on Instagram and Twitter. Why am I so confused? How about you, Joe?
You can find me at JomGeom on Instagram. It is my art account.
And as I said before, Valentine's Day is rolling up. Please, if you choose to go out, wear a mask, social distance, and get vaccinated if you can get your booster as soon as possible. And don't delay it, unlike Lee Sung in Purgatory. This one's not worth delaying.
I thought Lisa delayed her booster shot. Anyway, take us home, man.
But yeah, that's all for now. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Yep.